Hello, hello. What's up, One Voice? What's up, Modair? So I am so honored to be here hosting today's call. If you don't know me, and I think many of you don't know me, my name is Tara Lambert. I'm a certified nutritional consultant of over 20 years, and I live in Manhattan. If you're just joining now live, put a 1 in the comments so that I can see you. Tell me where you're joining from. I love to know where people live and where they're joining from. So give me some energy. Tell me where you're joining from. Hey, Dory. And if you're going to watch this, if you're watching this on the replay, put a 2 in the comments or write replay in the comments. And don't forget to share this to your team pages. And don't forget to tag your teammates and tag your teammates in your team pages, because we are going to talk about product knowledge today, specifically about liquid Biocell Collagen. Okay, I can see people are hopping on now. Hi, Christina. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Dory. Hi, Walt. And you can hear me, right? I'm using my cute little pink microphone because my sound wasn't very good. So we're just going to be super duper cute here and have this miniature microphone. Okay, good. People are hopping on. Just tell me that you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, so like I was saying, a lot of you don't know me yet. My name is Tara Lambert. I'm a certified nutritional consultant, and I ran a brick and mortar practice, a nutrition clinic, for 20 years. And I've been a certified nutritional consultant for 20 years. And I like to say that I am an accidental network marketer. Okay, people are saying that they can hear me. Fantastic. Okay, I'm a total accidental network marketer. I have absolutely no background in network marketing whatsoever before Modair. I've been with Modair for about 2.5 years. I'm an Elite 1, Platinum Black 2. So the way that I got involved was my love for the product, liquid Biocell Collagen. I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I put all of my clients on it. I put all of my family members on it. Basically, anyone I loved wound up on liquid Biocell Collagen. And so there started my career with Modair, because I started talking to it with my colleagues. So basically, I have a very unique team, because almost everyone on my, not everyone, but almost everyone on my team is a practitioner of some sort. So a medical doctor, a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, an herbalist, a nutritionist, a massage therapist, an esthetician, something like that. And they almost all have brick and mortar businesses that they're running, and they're using Modair in their brick and mortar businesses and or online. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of unique. And the reason I was asked to come on and talk to you guys today was because my team leads by product knowledge. Like, how can you possibly sell liquid Biocell or any of the Modair products if you're not sure what it does, right? If you're not sure what it does for a person, you can't possibly sell it and then retain your customers, right? Because product knowledge is everything. So I have 2 strengths that I've learned over the years of being a businesswoman and a nutritionist. And one is that I'm a nerd, okay? That's a strength, so I'm going to nerd out. So if you want to nerd out with me, put in the comments that you're going to nerd out with me, because I want some nerds with me. I nerd out, but I do it in such a way that I have the ability to take scientific, medical, or, just body knowledge and product knowledge and speak about it in such a way that the layperson can understand. So that's why they asked me to come on and talk about the products with you today. And my second strength is retention and maintaining my clients in my brick and mortar practice, or retention or maintaining my customers with Modair. I have an extremely high retention rate, and I don't have these super highs and these super lows. Pretty much my months look like this for 2.5 years. And that, I swear, comes from product knowledge and building relationships with my customers. And I really get into the nitty-gritty with them, and I really explain to them what is so special about this product and why they need to stay on it for the rest of their lives. And that's a big key component. Okay, so let's do it. Let's talk about liquid Biocell. I was asked to talk about my 2 most favorite products, and I chose liquid Biocell and Cellproof, but it was really hard, and I almost wanted to pick Logic, but I decided to stick with the liquid Biocell Collagen and the Cellproof, because Cellproof has the liquid Biocell Collagen in it. So does Logic, which I drank right before coming on so that my brain would work. Okay, good. so just looking at my notes here. Excellent. Okay, so let's start with what's collagen. Okay, I'm going to keep this relatively basic. So what is collagen? It is a protein. It's super simple. And that's one of my pet peeves about social media or about selling in general, right? Marketing. It tends to complicate things. And the way that people describe things, it tends to complicate things. And things don't need to be complicated because just about everything in life is pretty simple when you break it down. And one sec, I need to actually turn my other camera on because I got to film this, man. I'm talking to Modera. I'm talking to you guys. I forgot to hit play on my camera. Okay, now I've got like 3 cameras on me. So I can use this as content later for social media. Okay, so my pet peeve is complicating things that are simple. So I really want to break this down and simplify it for you. So the first thing is collagen is a protein. That's all it is. It's a macro molecule. Macro means big. So a molecule is just a chemical structure. So it's a big protein, okay? Is keeping it in layman's terms, it's a big protein. And the majority of our body is made of collagen. And specifically, 80% of our connective tissue is made of collagen. What's connective tissue? It's any of the soft tissue of our body. So for example, connective tissue is our hair, our skin, our nails. That's what we all hear about when we talk about collagen or we hear about collagen, but it is so much more than that. It's our eyeballs, it's our gums, it's our teeth, it's our eyelashes, it's our bones, it's our skeleton, it's our brain, it's all the organs of our body, it's all the endocrine glands of our body. Endocrine means hormones, so it's the entire hormone system of our body, it's the entire cardiovascular system of our body, it's the entire digestive system of our body. Like I said, 80% of the connective tissue or soft tissue of our body is made of collagen. So that's why this is so important. Now, the other reason it is so important that we consume a high quality collagen product is because we start to lose approximately 1% of collagen every single year from our early 20s. There's different studies out there, but it keeps going earlier and earlier, so it's early 20s. I'm just going to stick with early 20s. So I'm 49. I'm almost 50. So that means that I've lost, if I wasn't taking liquid Biocell, that means I would have lost 30% of the collagen that I had in my early 20s when I had the maximum amount of collagen in my body. And we have the maximum amount in our 20s because our bodies are building from the time we're born until our early 20s. And then as that collagen starts to decrease in our bodies, it's because that literally causes the aging process. So the decrease of collagen, hyaluronic acid and hyaluronic elastin is what I'm trying to say, starts to decrease starting in our early 20s, and that's literally the aging process. It's a dehydration process. So that's why it's so important to take collagen, but the right kind of collagen. And it's not just for our appearance, it's actually for our bone structure and our organs and our cardiovascular system and our health in general. Okay, so that's what collagen is and why we need it and the aging process. So the next thing to know about collagen, because there's so much confusion out there, is the types. Now there are like over 24 types of collagen that we know about. But the most important is type 1, 2, and 3. So like 90%, don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe it is, approximately 90%, maybe even more, of the collagen that we utilize in the body is type 1, 2, or 3. So type 1 and type 3 are known as beauty collagens. So that's mostly the skin on the outside of our body. So those are the things that are going to affect our skin, our hair, our nails, things that we can visibly see on the outside of our body. So there's lots of companies out there, there's lots of brands out there that talk about hair, they talk about skin, they talk about nails, they talk about beauty. Okay, and some of them might actually get results because we do see before and after pictures, so some of them might actually be getting results for the skin and for the hair, right? But it's just focusing on that, or mostly it's just focusing on that, and it's not really changing our health, okay? It's not really focusing on the inside of our body, like our joints. So type 2 collagen is coming from the joints. It's coming from cartilage specifically. So type 2 collagen comes from cartilage, and that is what is going to support our cartilage, our joints, our ligaments, our tendons, our skeleton, and all the internal processes of our body. So that's why I like to say that this is a health collagen, or it's a pro-aging. The word anti-aging, by the way, is kind of like out these days. Like my platform is all about pro-aging and being a perimenopausal woman, and just looking at aging as a positive thing, being almost 50 myself. So I've learned that right now on social media, just in case you didn't know, the term anti-aging is out and the term pro-aging is in. So when I talk about our particular liquid collagen, the Biocell Collagen, I talk about its pro-health and its pro-aging factors for the inside of our body, not just for the outside of our body. Okay? So that was point number 2. Okay, oh, the other really important thing about type 1 and type 3 is that it's hydrolyzed. Okay, so hydrolyze is a process to break down proteins, to make a big protein into a smaller protein, but it denatures the protein. So denaturing a protein means that you're changing its original form. And so when you change the original form of a protein from how it existed in nature to something different, it's not going to be a quality protein, and it's not going to be the kind of protein that the body recognizes as its own. Okay, so that's really, really important. The only type of collagen that is recognized as similar to our own collagen is type 2, and specifically low molecular weight. Okay, so that brings me to my next point, which is the size of the molecule. So like I mentioned in the beginning, collagen is a protein, and it's a large protein in nature. It's called a macromolecule. So our ancestors and ourselves, you know, we could drink bone broth. So before we had supplements, that's why I say our ancestors. So our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and everyone before there were supplements, they would consume bone broth, or they would consume the parts of an animal's body, like the skin, the hoofs, and the bones, in order to get collagen. Now, they would actually benefit from that, but only a small percent, because that molecule is so big that we could only absorb so much, and you have to digest it. So you have to have a strong digestive tract in order to absorb a large protein molecule. And you're only going to absorb a small percent of that. So you may get some benefit, but it's not going to be a large benefit, because most of it you're just going to poop out. I hope I can say the word poop on Moder's page, because I just did. Okay, so most of that you're just going to pass right through your body, and you're just going to get a very small percent of it. So what Asma did over 20 years ago, and that's another point that I really want to make, is that most of the collagen supplements that are on the market, so for instance, I'm going to name names, Vital Protein, because it's the most popular one, it's the one most people know. It's actually the one that I used in my clinic when it first came out. It's been sold to Nestle, by the way, so it is no longer, you know, the collagen that was produced 10 years ago when it first came to the market. It was sold to Nestle, so it's a whole different animal. Anyway, so what was I saying about that? The low molecular weight. Anyway, what? Oh, thank you. See, this is why I have my husband here. It helps. Okay, so what Asma figured out over 20 years, that was my point, that like most of the other brands of collagen have only been on the market for approximately 10 years. And honestly, because we meaning Moder, Asma pioneered the whole collagen industry 20 years ago, or over 20 years ago, and everyone else jumped on the bandwagon. Now most of the products that are out there are only a few years old, like we're talking less than 5. And so liquid Biocell Collagen has been studied for over 20 years. So we are the pioneers. And my point in bringing that up is she figured out how to shrink the molecule without denaturing the protein. So she took this enormous macromolecule and she shrunk it down to a micromolecule but she didn't destroy the protein. She didn't denature it. She didn't change it in such a way that our body would no longer recognize it. She did it by maintaining the structural integrity of the molecule, which is amazing. And that is why liquid Biocell Collagen is so different than anything and everything else on the market, and nothing compares to it because she's smart and she put patents on it. There are 7 international patents on this. So it is the exact right size, and I like to say it's the Goldilocks effect. So the molecule's not too big so that we can't absorb it, and it's not too small so that it doesn't just pass right through. It's the exact right size. It's called a Dalton. The size of a molecule is called a Dalton. So that Dalton is the exact right size to be absorbed by the human body. And more than that, it's actually absorbed sublingually, which means that the instant it goes into your mouth, it's going to start to be absorbed right from underneath your tongue, all the way through your esophagus and your stomach, and it's just being absorbed straight into the bloodstream, so you don't have to digest it as if you're eating a meal, right? Because that molecule is small enough that it's just being absorbed straight into the cells of your body. You're not needing to have a strong digestive tract like you would if you were drinking bone broth. Okay, so that's really, really significant because it hits several points. It means that it is small enough to be absorbed, and it means that the body can utilize it. So instead of utilizing just a small fraction of bone broth or a small fraction of hydrolyzed type 1 or type 3 powdered collagen, and now they're making liquid collagen, but it's really the powdered collagen just put into a liquid form. It's the same thing. It's not our liquid collagen. Those aren't utilized well. So this one is. Ours is utilized because of that small molecular weight. Okay, next thing is the source. Okay, so the source of collagen really, really matters. So the type 1 and the type 3, these are coming from bovine, it could be fish, it could be a pig. So those are the 3 most common sources, with bovine being the most common and fish being the second most common, and then pig after that. And it's coming from things like the skin. So for a cow, for instance, it's coming from the hide. The fish, it's coming from the scales and the skin. And it could potentially even be coming from like the hoofs of a cow or the hoofs of a pig, or even the eyeballs or even the fur, because all of those are made from collagen. And so they're not really the most desirable sources, right? They're not necessarily the most clean sources. So if you know anything about where chemicals and toxins reside in the body, they're going to reside in fatty tissue, and soft tissue, fatty tissue, the skin. These are going to actually hold on to impurities. So a lot of the collagens on the market, their source is not very clean because heavy metals, hormones, antibiotics, GMOs, these chemicals saturate skin tissue. And so that's where type 1 and type 3, and that's where the hydrolyzed collagen most of the time are being sourced. So what's really, really, really different and special about Moder's liquid Biocell Collagen is that it is sourced from chicken sternal cartilage, so type 2. And it's not just any part of the chicken sternal cartilage. It is sourced from one tiny piece of like the tip of the wishbone, one place in the entire chicken body of this chicken sternal cartilage is where our liquid collagen is sourced. Think about that. You know, it is just, it's not easy to extract that. And just so you know, it's a byproduct. So no chickens are killed for us. It is a byproduct. So no animals are being killed just for our product. Okay, this is a byproduct anyway. And we're using humanely raised chickens. And now there's something very special about this location of the chicken sternal cartilage. There's actually several things that are very special about this cartilage. One, it is the most similar to human articular cartilage. Articular means joints. So it is the most similar to human articular cartilage. Now, I heard an influencer make fun of us, those of us using Moder, and saying, Are you saying that a chicken is the most similar to a human body? That a chicken is the most similar to a human body? Like, wouldn't a pig be more bio-identical to a human? And she missed the point entirely. It's not that a chicken is more similar to a human body at all. It's that this particular piece of cartilage from this particular area of a chicken is the most similar to human cartilage because it mirrors the exact ratio of collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate as human articular cartilage. Articular again means joints. So that's why it's so special. It has the exact ratio, or nearly the exact ratio, of human articular cartilage, and that's why it works. That's why this works so much better than other sources like hides or hoofs or eyeballs. Okay, now there's another thing that's really, really special about using cartilage. Cartilage does not have a source of, it doesn't have a blood source, and it doesn't have a nerve source, which means it's not contaminated. So first of all, we're using humanely raised chickens without hormones and without antibiotics and without GMOs, and they're tested, by the way. So they're tested free of hormones, free of antibiotics, and when I say they, I mean our product. So Moder's liquid collagen, Biocell Collagen, is tested, and it's free of hormones, antibiotics, GMOs, and it comes from humanely raised chickens. So already it's a clean product. But in addition to that, if you know anatomy and if you know science, you also know that cartilage doesn't have a source of blood and it doesn't have a source of nerves, which means that it's not going to carry diseases. So it's a specially clean source, so much more clean than using the hide, the skin, the scales, or eyeballs or hoofs from another animal. So that is why this is such a clean source of collagen and why it's so special. And I really hope that clears up some confusion over why chicken sternal cartilage is so different and so special, especially because I know there's influencers out there who missed the point so badly, and they're actually spreading false data and they're spreading false information because they didn't read the studies. And even if they read the studies, they didn't understand. They did not understand what makes this so special. Okay, next point. This is the only collagen I'm aware of that has 10 human clinical studies. And I wrote this down because I say it out of order every time. You ready? So there are 10 human studies, and they are peer-reviewed, double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled, human clinical trials that are third-party validated, and they're published in medical journals, and some of them are in PubMed, and they go back as far as 2003, so 20 years. So there are, and that's on our collagen. It's not on collagen, okay? Those studies are on liquid or at least they're on Biocell Collagen. They're not on collagen in general. They're not on collagen 1, 2, and 3. They're on Biocell Collagen, those studies. Name me one other brand, one other company that has human studies that are peer-reviewed, double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled human clinical studies with third-party validation that are published in medical journals going back 20 years. You can't. Nobody can, because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Moder is literally the only company on the planet that has studies like that are spanning 20 years with all of those credentials. That is the gold standard of studies. So not only is it everything that I already stated, it's backed by science. It's not opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not Asma's opinion. It's not any one of your opinions. It is backed by hard science, and it is the gold standard of research, and that it just, like, it can't be argued, and we can produce those studies. So, and then on top of that, because we've been around for a while, Moder has been around for a while, we have so many anecdotal stories and testimonials. Like, I myself have only been involved for 2.5 years, and I have hundreds, and I do mean hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. And I just want to say, as a side note, get really good about capturing those testimonials. So every single time one of my customers gives me a win or a testimonial, I take a screenshot of it. And I ask them to take before and after pictures, and I have personal, so not testimonials that I grabbed from any of the Facebook groups, but do use those. Those are amazing. Those are amazing testimonials. I'm saying I have my own testimonials just because I stay in really good communication with my customers, and I'm always asking them to document their experience. So the reason I'm bringing this up is it's anecdotal. So we've got hard science, and then we have anecdotal also. We have all the photographs, and we have all the records that people are keeping. And it's years and years and years worth. So I think I heard somebody say that we've sold millions of bottles of liquid Biocell collagen. Millions. Like, people wouldn't keep buying this stuff if it didn't work. Okay, let's see. My next note. Oh, wrong page. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. Here's a really good thing. Vegan. So how many times are you getting asked, is it vegan? Is it plant-based? Or do we have a plant-based collagen available? And the answer is there's no such thing. That's clever marketing. Okay, so collagen, again, going back to the beginning of this talk, is made from connective tissue, the soft tissue of animals. So humans and animals. Now, it doesn't have to be a mammal. It can be any animal. So it could be a bird, it could be a fish, it could be a pig, it could be a cow, or it could be human. Okay, don't eat humans. We know that. But it needs to come from connective tissue. So there's no such thing as vegan collagen. But there are collagen boosters. So plant-based collagen boosters. That's like vitamin C. And so that's one of the reasons why I love Life and why I love Skin, is because they have all of those additional superfoods, and they have resveratrol, and it has antioxidants in it, because those are not collagen in and of themselves, but they are collagen boosters. So vitamin C is a collagen booster. Amino acids are collagen boosters. Some yeast products are collagen boosters. And that is what is being sold as vegan collagen, but it's not collagen in and of itself. And so that brings me to another point, is that most of the plant-based collagens, and even most of the hydrolyzed collagens like the type 1 and the type 3 that are out there, they have not been shown to synthesize collagen in the body. Synthesize is just a fancy word for saying that the body makes something chemically. Okay, so the body, it's not being shown to actually make collagen. So maybe you're consuming that collagen, but it's not being proven to be utilized and then make collagen in the body. And that's the whole point of taking this, because our collagen is breaking down as we age 1% per year, at least 1%, with everything that we're dealing with environmental stressors and poor food and everything else. I personally am watching people age a lot faster. I think it's more than 1%. That's just my opinion. So liquid Biocell collagen has been proven through science, those studies that I was talking about, to promote collagen production in the body. So it's not only that you're consuming a collagen product, your body is utilizing it. It's bio-optimized. Bio meaning the body, life. Optimized meaning it's the best that it can do. It's bio-optimized to produce and promote collagen in your body, so that your body can actually synthesize collagen, which is amazing. And I'm backing up for a second because I want to get all the points. Even though liquid Biocell collagen is type 2, it synthesizes type 1 and 3. Okay, so we're getting type 1, 2, and 3, and that was a point I meant to make earlier, but I'm glad I remembered to make it now. Even though liquid Biocell collagen is a type 2 extracted from cartilage, once we consume it, the body identifies what it is, because it's the exact same molecular structure. It's a matrix. It's a trinity of collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate, exactly how it exists in nature. And it is not denatured, and it mimics or mirrors human collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate. So the body sees it, identifies it, grabs it, and then says, oh, I can use this to make my own collagen. And then it starts to synthesize or produce type 1 and type 3. So even though we say, you know, what the supplement that's in the bottle is type 2, we're actually creating type 1, 2, and 3. So we're getting the most important and the most abundant collagen, which is 1, 2, and 3. We're getting all 3 types by consuming this product. So I wanted to make that really, really clear. Whew, I've got a lot to say. I love it. I'm such a nerd. Put in the comments, you're nerding out. Are you following me? Are you nerding out with me? I'm trying to make this as user-friendly and as layman terms as possible, but I want to break this down so that you understand the miracle, the how special this product is. So put in the comments that you're nerding out with me. Okay, good. So let's see. I'm looking at my notes here, Okay, so yeah, I also want to make that point of this is not just a collagen product. You know, it was named Biocell, Liquid Biocell Collagen, and it's called Collagen HA Matrix for a reason, because it's not just collagen. So it's not like the hydrolyzed collagen powders. It's a matrix. So a matrix is 3 things. It's a molecule that exists in nature, and it's 3 things from one source, which is that sternal cartilage, and it is 3 things in one. Okay, so other products, other collagen products cannot be compared. It's like comparing apples and oranges, because that is just collagen. It's just type 1 or type 3 hydrolyzed collagen. This is collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate. The way it exists in nature, it's undenatured, and it is from one source, which is that chicken sternal cartilage. The reason I'm repeating that is because it's not a synthetic hyaluronic acid added to it, and it's not a synthetic chondroitin sulfate added to it, because everybody knows that hyaluronic acid is really important for the plumping factor and the hydration of the body. It helps the joints be fluid and mobile. It helps our skin. I call it the bounce back factor. You know, look, that's not supposed to happen near age 50. Like, you see, that is 2.5 years of taking this particular product. So it's the lubrication of the eyeballs, it's the lubrication of the mouth, it's the lubrication of the joints, it's the lubrication and hydration of the skin is coming from the hyaluronic acid. So collagen doesn't do that all by itself. It needs to coexist with the other cofactors in order to produce that. Okay, so I said I was going to talk about my 2 most favorite products, and so far I've spent this entire time talking about the liquid collagen supplement, because the Cellproof line, which is the skincare line, it's basically the same thing. It's just topical. All right, so this is my favorite one, by the way, the skin, because it has the ceramides, and the ceramides just help with adding like an extra protective layer for your external skin. It really makes you glow. So this is my favorite. So this is the supplement that I've been talking about, the Liquid Biocell. And then the Cellproof line, which is the skincare, and there's a lot of different products in the skincare line. It's everything that I just said it's all true, and it remains the same. You're just putting it on topically. So while this works from the inside out, so it prevents you from dehydrating from the inside out, this is going to help you from dehydrating from the outside in. So you get both the inside out and the outside in. The reason why I like this product so much is because of the micromolecule. So we're going back again to the size of the molecule. So we know that collagen's a buzzword. We know that everyone and their mother is selling collagen, including collagen skincare. Okay, so what the problem with the vast majority of those products is they're using that macro molecule, that huge collagen molecule, and we're slapping it on our face, on the outside of our face, our epithelial tissue, and it's staying there. It's staying put on the outside of our skin, on the surface of our skin, and it's not penetrating into the skin layers. And so it's not doing anything other than maybe it's giving a moisturizing effect. Maybe they added some hyaluronic acid in there, so maybe it helps with maybe it helps people's skin feel good and it helps with moisturizing, but it's not changing the skin. It's not actually changing or improving the quality of the skin. It's just a temporary moisturizing effect. And in some cases, because that molecule is so large, it will actually cause people to break out. I've had so many people tell me that they were nervous about trying the Cellproof line because of the collagen, because they broke out from using collagen products in the past. And that makes sense to me because it's sitting on the surface of the skin. What I like so much about the Cellproof line is it's the same exact technology that I just described. So it's a micro molecule. So it's not going to sit on the surface of the skin. It's actually going to penetrate through the skin layers. And just so that you have a little bit of understanding of what that means, is the very outer layer of our skin. So what you're looking at when you're looking at me, what you're looking at when you look in the mirror is called your epithelial, okay? It's the epidermis. Okay, this is the so dermis means skin. So this is the epidermis. And we can hydrate the epidermis simply by putting a moisturizer on. But in order to change the quality of your skin, you need to get to the dermis. And let me back up. The epidermis, the outside, is paper thin. It is literally, this is coming from my dermatologist, it is literally the thickness of a piece of paper is the epidermis, the outer layer of your skin. It's super thin. So you want to actually penetrate through that layer and get to the dermis. The dermis is made 80% of collagen. So again, it's a soft tissue. It's a connective tissue. So 80% of the dermis is made of collagen and elastin and a blood supply and nerve supply. So that's why it's so amazing if we have a micro molecule made of collagen and hyaluronic acid, because that dermis is made of collagen, hyaluronic acid, and elastin, okay? So if we can get a product to nurture that layer of our skin and provide the exact same benefits that I just talked about for the inside of our body, and we're able to put it on the outside of our body, it's going to be pretty amazing. And we can see that by before and after pictures. If you haven't used it yourself, I recommend that you take before pictures, then use it, and take after pictures 2 weeks to a month later. So some of the effects are going to be instant, like the serum has a tightening effect, and it can be within 5 minutes, that tightening effect. But for like the change and the shift of your skin, give it about 2 weeks to a month, and you're really going to notice a big difference in the quality of your skin. And then, of course, because Asma is Asma and she's a genius, you put vitamin C in the moisturizer and in the serum, and there's also some glycolic acid in the serum. And if you remember what I said earlier, that collagen boosters are things like vitamin C. And so when you add vitamin C to your skincare, which has collagen in it, or if you add vitamin C to your diet while you're taking a liquid collagen, that's why I like the Skin and Life so much, because it has naturally occurring vitamin C, not a synthetic ascorbic acid, but naturally occurring from superfoods, you're going to boost the ability of your body to utilize the collagen and actually synthesize or make its own collagen. Whew! Who's with me? I haven't even been looking at the comments because I've been going. Are you guys with me? Did you nerd out with me? Did I explain things in such a way that you understood? Did I answer your questions? Because I got through my notes here, making sure that I said everything that I wanted to say, and I think I did. Okay, so let me know if this was helpful. I'm more than happy to come back and do this again, and if it was too much information all at once, I'm more than happy to come back and simplify it. And if it wasn't enough information, I'm more than happy to come back and give you even more. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy lives to watch this. I really hope that I helped you and that this helped you understand the product better and why it's so special. And remember that the only way you're going to be able to sell a product and then keep your customers on a product long term, hopefully for the rest of their lives, if you really understand how it works, you really believe in it, you're taking it yourself, and you can talk about it and you can explain it so that you can differentiate it between the other collagens on the market, which don't compare. You know, it's literally apples to oranges. They don't compare. They're not the same thing whatsoever. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know, and I hope to see you in person soon. Okay, good night. Bye.